What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Christ and Culture Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Prince, and this is a very special weekend for the pod, which what that means is that this is double upload weekend. So today, on Friday, as you're watching this, hopefully, you will be able to listen to the subject today of should Christians be able to watch mystical, fantasy, supernatural type movies like Harry Potter, Wicked, The Chronicles of Narnia, Lord of the Rings, and then tomorrow you'll join back on the pod to listen to Christianity in the holiday season, because holidays, some certain holidays like that just passed, Halloween, often is a very big topic of debate in Christianity, and even there's some parts of Christmas, which I'm alluding to the Christmas tree, the symbol of a Christmas tree coming from pagan holidays. And so that is this weekend's slate of episodes. And so just to get us rolling into today's talk on movies like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, let's watch this clip.
If there is anything that I see so many Christians having a lazy attitude towards, it is the movies and shows that we are watching. So I'm going to be covering 3 major points of why I will not be going to see the Wicked movie.
Hold your horses, everybody. We are taking an emergency pause right now to talk about today's sponsor, Angel Studios. Wow. If you don't know about Angel Studios, well, let me tell you something. That if you ever just are worried that these movies like Wicked, Lord of the Rings, or Harry Potter may cause you to stumble in your walk as a Christian, check out Angel Studios to find a whole platform streaming service dedicated and only providing family, faith-based films and TV shows. Some of my favorites right now are A Week Away, Testament, and the movie Bonhoeffer, about Dietrich Bonhoeffer, the German spy and pastor from World War II. Something about me is that I've only been a Christian for about 6 years, and Dietrich Bonhoeffer and his work have been so instrumental in my life. And so seeing his story played out on the big screen was truly amazing. And there's so many other shows and movies that may cater toward you in your walk with Christ. So if you ever just want to check out only faith-based streaming service, check out Angel Studios today. Okay, the person you saw there, her name is Taylor Elijah, or on social media, she goes by the Bible Chick. And from this video, I have a little bit of disagreements because I'm not going to show the whole entire 3-minute video that she made, but I will briefly break down her points of just kind of why her opinion of Christians shouldn't go see movies like Wicked. In that clip, some of the reasons are catered just toward Wicked, but she does elaborate on some of the things about Wicked that is universal to all witchcraft movies. And her first point that I won't go too much in depth in because I have not seen the videos, and she showed a bunch of articles that I don't know the sources, I don't know how credible they are, and she may know more than me, but for the sake of my video and my podcast, I'm not going to talk about it. But her first point is that Ariana Grande practices witchcraft herself, and she's been apparently really open about it and really been pretty proud. That's the word I'm looking for. She's been pretty proud of the fact that she uses witchcraft. And like I said, I haven't seen too much of any truth in that statement of Ariana Grande boldly and declaring and demonstrating and elaborating on how proud she is to be a witch. And with Ariana Grande, obviously my point is Ariana Grande is not in every movie. She's not in Lord of the Rings. She's not in Harry Potter, other witchcraft movies. And so like her other points that were more universal about toward the whole witchcraft side of movie media is that why would Christians want to sit through 2 hours and 40 minutes, which is how long Wicked was, which is the time she's in the video. Why would Christians want to sit through 2.5 hours of glorifying magic, glorifying witchcraft, and feeding themselves with that junk? And So here is my opinion of all of this. Does going to watch Wicked, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Chronicles of Narnia mean that I am going to glorify magic? No. I am just simply a fan of many of those. Chronicles of Narnia, I've seen the Witchcraft, Wardrobe. What's the movie? I forgot what the book is called. I have it right up here, but I'm not going to get up to go flip through it. But The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. That may be what it's called. I was thinking Witchcraft because of the topic of this pod episode, but I think it's The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. And when we think of that book as well, newsflash for you people who don't know, that book was written by C.S. Lewis, who is a world-renowned author, but also a very public Christian. And when I had this topic with a mentor of mine and a close brother in Christ about this, and he's like, a lot of these movies, like Harry Potter, like Chronicles of Narnia, like uh, Lord of the Rings, they all have the story where the light side wins in the end. And a lot of them have biblical uh, themes behind them. And so, as a Christian, when you're going to watch, like with me, like I am going for pure entertainment. I'm not really going just to see the biblical themes in it. Obviously, I enjoy them when they when they are brought into a story. But where the posture of my heart is when I go to see movies like this, and me being an enjoyer of these movies, is that just because my heart can be guarded from glorifying witchcraft, like that changes the whole idea. If like anybody goes to watch these movies and they're like, oh, I just love witchcraft, oh, I just love the just whole theme and genre of magic, then maybe that's a little weird. But for me, I am simply just a fan of stories. I am a fan of, let's think of Harry Potter. I just rewatched the Harry Potter's movies over the summer. There's a boy from all unlikely circumstances that's alive after a very powerful wizard tried to take him and his parents' life. The boy survived, and now he lives his life. And lo and behold, he finds out that he has to put himself to lead in a magical war against that same powerful enemy that tried to kill him as a child. Like that, I don't know if y'all have ever seen that GIF. Pure cinema. Like it's just a good story where you just like characters are developed. You just kind of get immersed into the world. And I mean, what I like to one day stroll down Hogsmeade, stroll down the Hogwarts Castle, I may go to Universal and do so because I'm a fan of just the world that was built. But I am not a fan of glorifying magic. I'm not a fan of just simply the fact that the movie has witchcraft and magic in it. My heart is for the story and the characters and not evil. And that can go for any of these things. I'm reading the Lord of the Rings books right now for the first time. I watched the Hobbit movies this past weekend, and I finished the book this past Monday, the Hobbit book. And to be honest, like think of the Lord of the Rings. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan out there, there's really not that much magic. And a lot of the book compared to the movie, the book written by J.R.R. Tolkien, who was also a Christian, he actually is the guy that converted C.S. Lewis, the guy I mentioned earlier, to Christianity. But J.R.R. Tolkien, when he writes The Hobbit, when you look at it, it's really just not a big story about magic. It's about the same kind of unlikely hero, like the hero's journey that so many stories are built off, like Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars fan as well, and there's biblical themes in that. But my heart is not echoing and yearning just for the desire of just magic and evil practice, pagan practice. It's not. I just love movies, and I love good stories, and Lord of the Rings, Chronicles of Narnia, Star Wars. They're just some of my favorites. I'm a nerd at heart, and so just to wound up this episode, it's like, are you a sinner? Is it sinful for you as a Christian to go watch these movies? The Bible chick Taylor Elijah says to guard your heart, and she has her own conviction about that. This is not a salvation issue. She can have that conviction, and I would still love her as a sister in Christ and totally support her in her walk. But for my convictions as a Christian, if these movies do not cause me to stumble and I am going for pure enjoyment and guarding my heart from the reality that some of these things are being practiced in real life, that witchcraft and things are being practiced in real life, even if Ariana Grande is an example of that, I'm guarding my heart from practice that. Like there is a whole thing with parents saying that Call of Duty leads to violence. No, not that's not the case for everybody. But I'm stable and I'm strong in my faith and in my walk with the Lord, and I have the faith and I believe the strength to have my heart guarded from the evil of these movies. So, is it sinful? No. If it causes you to stumble, should you be what Taylor says and maybe not go see it? Then maybe. But from what she says is that am I glorifying magic from going to see these movies? I don't think so. Because I'm not going to worship it. I am going to enjoy the story, but ultimately in the end, my identity is found in Christ, not in these movies. So that's the thought for today. Thank you for watching the Christ and Culture podcast. If you enjoy this episode, stick around tomorrow to talk about Christianity and the holiday season. And if you want to follow along and support this channel, please leave a comment and subscribe. Peace out.